Well, hello, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of A Dicey Experience. My name is Jason Sketch, and I am here to guide you on the path to the journey of the grand story of the Fates. It's a fascinating one, and one of a tale that will just never ceases to end. To my left is my good friend, Lazy Mad Gamer. What are you doing, good sir?
I am playing Jean Lafayette, the Harengon rogue slash ranger now, and I'm quite looking forward to playing again. It has been a while, and it has been festering in my mind.
And who's that sipping tea next to you?
Ah, that is Meerkat.
Hello, I am Meerkat. Playing Lucas. I am a human cleric.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, Meerkat. And who was that is sitting across the room from you?
I believe that's stolen.
By golly, it is! I am Stolen, and I am playing Captain Kru Saipan, the Warlock Turtle.
He's just leveled up those titles one step at a time. He's finally reached captain. Are we gonna let him hold that? I don't know. I just don't know.
I could list out all of the titles in order, but I mean, we gotta play the game at some point.
That's fair. That's true. That's true.
That's episode 19. It's just you listing titles.
So I'll be real honest, guys. I've been watching the Queen Gambit, and do y'all want to shift from doing a pirate game to just playing a straight chess-related D&D game? Just skip the whole pirate thing altogether?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Sure.
Perfect. Well, I have nothing prepared for that, so we'll go back to the pirate thing. I was really banking on you guys being like, no, Jason, that's stupid, and let's move forward. But I guess we're playing chess now. Give me 3 hours to research what it means to play chess. Recently our party have lost their captain. They are now floating to an island called Linguina that is known by Jean, little here and there, as a place that's kind of a safe haven for pirates. Would you say it's kind of like Sweden for pirates?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Or like Tortuga for pirates.
Tortuga. Perfect. Okay. So kind of a safe haven for pirates to kind of get and regather, maybe add some more crew members and kind of keep sailing on
it's
forward.
been fortified by the people who live there, and with the coral reef and just the natural features makes it very hard to assail, and so it's a place where none of the Kingsmen really want to try and infiltrate without a massive force and lots of loss of life. So it's a place they've been able to hide themselves away out in the open.
So the Navy does know it exists, and that's good to know. Okay.
How do the
I am good.
How do the pirates get in?
They have charts that detail where the coral reefs are and where the safe paths have been blasted out of the way. And of course, there's always the flag that needs to be flown so that they know not to open fire on an unknown vessel trudging through the coral reefs.
Awesome.
So having left our party last time, they had gone through these memories, and now they're moving in to the entrance to this coral reef. Do you guys go ahead and fly the colors?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. How is that communicated? How does that go about?
I assume Bull is still up in the crow's nest, so I just ask him, yell up, Bull, can you fix the black flag, please?
Sure. Where is it?
It should be up there at your feet in the crow's nest.
Boat jostles a little bit as John points. He's got to keep both hands on the helm, or the current's gonna just yank you right into the coral reef.
I'll look around my feet. Do I see the black flag or something?
You can make a perception check and don't roll a natural one.
I'd imagine there'd be a collection of flags up there that we keep just in case, we need to fly a certain one at a certain time.
So 7?
7. Yeah, like he said, there's a good handful of flags, and it looks like Fang's been nesting in them.
Is Fang currently in them?
Oh yeah, he's passed out asleep.
I'll reach down and gently pick him up and try and move him off the pile. And then start searching through for the black one.
He's freaking out and hissing and panicking. Roll me a strength check.
19?
Oh yeah, you're able to hold on to his little body as he's thrashing about. Now he's first upset that you woke him up, and now he's even more upset that you've messed with his nest. But you're able to find that black flag, no problem.
I'll hang up the black flag. I guess, does it go down there somewhere? Where does it go? Off. I'm assuming it doesn't go off of the crow's nest.
I don't know, I kind of imagine the crow's nest is attached to the mast, and so just on the top part of the mast up there.
Okay. So then I'll reach up and switch out whatever flag we are flying for the black flag.
You're not flying any flags right now. If you remember correctly, back when y'all were fighting the sea serpent, Jean yelled that you guys are flying colors, period.
Yes.
Because you were getting ready to get attacked by the Navy.
Okay.
And so you have not been flying colors since then.
Well, then I'll throw up the black one then.
Perfect. Yeah, it goes up. It waves out. It's got a picture of a purple dragon on it with the E20 in his mouth, smiling real big.
And then I'll bend down and just kind of start comforting Fang.
He's already started to try to gather up the rest of the flags, and he's giving you a glare of death.
I'll kind of help push just all the flags into a big bundle so he can nest again. Sorry, man. It had to be done.
The boat jostles again. You look ahead. John, you know this route. This is not unfamiliar to you. In fact, you probably think you could do it blindfolded. But it's a current, and this current is going to pull you into a river-like thing that's going to go through this coral reef. It's going to make barriers around you on your left and your right. You've got to navigate just right. Just so. You have seen plenty of pirates and other ships that have been crashed and deserted along the side of these reefs. Naval ships that just aren't quite agile enough to make it through this river. You know it's going to take time, it's going to take skill, and it's going to take your entire crew to make it happen. Before you turn into this river, what do you do?
I am going to make sure that all hands are on deck. Crew's Cole, is already at the crow's nest where I would like him because he's the best lookout. And I'm going to ensure that Lucas is towards the front of the vessel so that he can just help keep an eye out as well and help man some of the sails as we need to raise or lower them to gain and lose speed to try and make some of the tighter turns.
Jean.
Yes.
You got this?
Nothing to it. It looks terrifying, but once you've made this journey a few times, you begin to learn the passageways and the way the currents move.
Have you steered through this before, or is this your first time?
I've absolutely done this before, and John
Can I tell if
mutters
he's telling
under
the
his
truth?
breath in my sleep.
Yeah, you can roll investigation. Insight's the right word. You can roll insight.
It's not gonna work because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, John seems
Yeah,
confident.
my deception is a 7, so I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I can roll any lower than a 3.
Oh man. Last we saw, Lucas was inside the kitchen. Lucas, you're starting to get thrown about a little bit. It seems like you're not sailing as smoothly as you were before.
I just get slammed up against the counter. Hey, what is going on? And I make my way up to top deck.
Yeah, you venture out there. You see crew and is put up the flag, and John seems to be focused on the helm there.
Lucas, take us to half sail.
Do I even know what that means?
Roll me. I don't know. Does your character know this? I mean, you know your character, right? Do they know boat things?
He has been asked to do this, but I'll go over to the sail and start pulling random ropes, hoping for the best.
Okay. What check would you like to roll to see if you can find the right ropes?
Hey, it's just intelligence.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
14.
Yeah, it takes you a minute, but Lily walks up, she smacks you upside the back of the head and points to a rope as she sits on your shoulders.
Oh, thanks, Lily. And I'll start pulling the rope.
Perfect. She'll turn back and look at Jean and rub her shoulder a little bit, giving him a glare. But yeah, you get that rope, pulling on it. You eventually kind of figure out it's kind of like a curtain, because I don't know much about sails. So it's kind of like a curtain where you have to figure out the right way to pull it, but once you figure it out, it starts to lower a little bit.
That's pretty dang accurate.
Got it.
Thanks. Keep an eye out and be ready to raise or lower them as needed.
Okay.
All right. So you guys start turning your boat. The turquoise, pink, and blue mixture of the coral reef, you can start to see it to rise out of the water, and as you're looking forward, it is getting higher and higher. It is definitely a large barrier around this boat. You imagine at one time the seas must have been higher for it to be this tall. The water begins to churn and rush and pull you forward. Its current begins to drag you through. It is fast. It is exhilarating. It is like going whitewater rafting. Now you're in a giant boat and you got to figure out how to keep your entire crew alive. There's going to be 6 sections to this trial leading into Anguilla. I have a DC in mind for each section. The DC that's high enough that all 3 of you are going to have to make checks and rolls to make happen. Your checks and rolls are going to be based on whatever you decide you need to do to make sure that this event takes place well and effectively. And then you're going to make that roll. So you'll tell me, hey, I'm going to do this, and this is the roll I'd like to make, and I'll let you know how effective it's going to be before you make your roll, if that makes sense. So for example, if we're going cool, we're going to make a quick turn up here around the corner. Crew's like, awesome, I'm going to pick my nose. Cool, man. Well, that's going to make the DC a little bit higher because you're not really doing much. If that makes sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Now, there's one other thing you guys got to keep in mind as well. I have a chart in front of me, and on each one, that means you guys are going to get 2 chances to do this. On each event, the 6 different events leading up to this island, you guys are each going to have to roll me just a straight d20. I will let you know that something terrible happens on a natural 1, and something wonderful happens on a natural 20. Natural 1, DC goes up by 5. Natural 20, the DC goes down by 5. Any qualms, questions, concerns about that?
Nope.
Lots of concerns.
Perfect. Lots of concerns. Oh boy.
Let's do it.
All right. First things first, you have to make a sharp turn right off the bat. You get in and you start going down this ravine, and you know that it's immediately going to make you turn a sharp left. What are you 3 going to do to make this sharp left turn?
I'm
Go ahead.
Oh, let's roll. You know what? Roll initiative. That way we know turn order. That way it's a little easier to declare what's going on there. I imagine that. 25 to 20. 20 to 15. Great way to start back to D&D, guys. 15 to 10.
13.
13 and what?
11.
Okay.
13's my lucky number. So.
Is it? Feeling good
Yeah,
about this then,
yeah.
right? What'd you get, crew?
1.
What? Oh, man. One last note before we move forward, and it's not going to count for the extra roll. It's going to count for any other roll. Do y'all want to go ahead and start using the D&D 1 thing where if you roll a natural 20, you get a point of inspiration?
Sure.
It is a new rule that they just brought up about a month ago, and they're looking to play test it for future D&D. You guys like that concept?
What does inspiration do again? To give you advantage?
Yeah, you get advantage on a roll.
You get advantage, but you can decide to use it after you've made your roll.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that sounds cool.
It's, okay, you only get 1, and I'm going to go ahead and let it just carry over. So if you don't use it in this, obviously we only play for about an hour generally. So if it doesn't carry over, you can utilize it in the future. So,
Would you still be granting inspiration for any role play or anything like that, or are we switching to just natural 20s?
no, I'll grant it for cool things too.
Okay.
So
So it's just extra chances for inspiration. Okay.
yes, yeah.
We can try it.
Cool. All right. So, John, you're going to be, since you're the top of the initiative, you're going to have to roll that d20. right off the bat. Go ahead and blow that for me.
Okay. 9.
9.
9.
One of the patches below the boat begins to unpatch, and your boat takes a point of damage
Okay.
because of it. Right. So nothing terrible. Annoying. All right, John. What are you gonna do? What do you do to make this big
I'm
turn?
going to call out to Lucas and say, Lucas, take us to no sails. And I'm going to sweep the boat to the right in preparation to make that hard left turn. Give me as much space as
Okay.
possible.
What roll are you gonna make?
I am going to make a sleight of hand check to maneuver the helm deftly.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and make that, and just give me the number.
It's bad. 7.
7. Okay. Lucas, you've been given a command. If you follow his command, I'll give you a +2 on top of whatever you roll.
I right away, and I undo the rope that I was playing with, and then start pulling it in further.
Okay. The sails begin to close up. What are you going to roll to close those well?
Acrobatics, maybe,
Acrobatics? I can see that. Let's take an acrobatics check.
and adding +2 to that, it's 19.
19. All right. You see him pull those sails in a little bit, John, and that trouble you were having as you're it's trying to pull left while you're trying to pull right. It loosens up a little bit and gives you a lot more room to make that a little bit easier for you. Crew, what are you doing, buddy?
I am going to lean over the side of the crow's nest and cast Gust into the opposite sail so that it helps kind of swing us around.
Now the sails are rolled up.
Oh, you rolled up all the sails.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Try and slow down as much as possible and just use the current.
well then. Crew is going to look out ahead and just make sure that there's nothing in the way of our path that we could run into.
Okay.
And that would be, I guess, perception.
Yeah, you make a good perception check to kind of keep an extra eye out for what's ahead.
'Cause I don't want us to be swinging into the reef with a 6.
6. Okay. You go to cast Gust, and you realize it's not going to be effective, and so you quickly turn to look, and you see just in time that there is kind of a little of the reef that's jutting out that you might just nick if you don't call out here quick.
Is it on the right
It's
side?
It's on the direction on the right side. Like, you saw that things got a little bit easier for Jean to make that turn, move towards the right, so you can swift it over to the left. And you realize that as he's making that turn, that there's some of that coral reef is jutting out, and if you turn just so, it's going to not be good. What are you gonna do? You gonna call it out?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna call it out. I didn't know if that was like gonna be the next turn.
Oh no, sorry. This is
Yep. Jean, steady. We're gonna hit some reef.
Good eye, thank you. And John will pull the helm back to the left a little bit.
perfect. You're able to call that out just in time. Notice that your boat passes right by it. Like if he hadn't said something, you definitely would have scratched the side of your boat. But you are able to make that quick whip of that turn, and you're starting to go straight ahead again. And it is flowing fast and hard. Congratulations, though. You guys make that turn well. The DC was 30, and you guys got a 31.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the second part of this. The water continues to roll up and down, and there's a spot where you have to kind of make a jump on the left side of the ravine there, and it's got to hop over some coral reef that's kind of sticking up a little bit. The rapids go through the coral reef, no problem, but you're going to have to jump the boat, and there's a little bit of a wave that you have to hit just right to make that happen. Now, you cannot make the same checks as you did last time, so I can't have John go, cool, another sleight of hand check. It's got to be a different check. You can use it for the third time, but you cannot use it for time number 2. What do you guys want to do to try to make this jump with your big old boat over this little piece of ravine? What is it called? Reef.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lucas, go ahead and roll that d20.
Natural 1.
Huzzah!
Okay, the DC has become 5 points higher. Oh, now the nat 1 is out of the way, right?
Okay. Pretty soon our boat is going to be out of the way too.
I'm gonna shout to John, you can do this. Pop an ollie over that reef, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay, awesome.
The fact that Lucas knows what an ollie is awesome.
He's a human. Obviously, they know
He's
these
got one
things.
of those finger skateboards he uses in the kitchen.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so that.
Can I try that
So, yeah.
for persuasion?
Yes, I like that.
16.
16. All right. All right, Jean, you have been persuaded and given guidance. So you know that, but it is Crew's turn. This is the second nat 1 of the game, by the way. That's true. Go ahead, Crew. What are you doing?
No, there's not much I can do from up here, but I feel like I also need to stay up here.
You've got room and time to get down if you need to. You have kind of that freedom to do what you need to do to make things happen. So.
I am going to come down and I'm going to find the 3 sisters
Okay.
and get them to come up on deck to help.
You're getting more crew to come help. Okay. I'll add +2 to whatever roll you want to make.
Okay. And I guess, would that be persuasion?
I like persuasion. You think you need to persuade them to come to the top deck to help? Lily's already up there, so you're just looking for the other 2 sisters.
So 21, then plus the 2 that you give me.
So that puts you at 23?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they are about it. They come right up to help. They're available to y'all's needs. Okay. Jean, you have the power of guidance at your will. What do you do?
Yes, I am going to, as we're getting through these rapids, it's getting a lot harder to hold the helm straight, so I'm going to put my body weight into it, knowing that we're about to pop up and then crashing down, and I don't want to lose my grip, and I don't want the ship to steer wildly one way or the other. So I'm gonna get my bearing and secure myself as well as I can, and just hold on as tightly and as steadily as I can. So I'm gonna try and use an athletics check to do that.
Okay, make your athletics check.
You get a D4 if guidance.
Yikes! Yep, we are definitely adding the D4. D4 is more than the D20.
What'd you roll, buddy?
I'm adding it. Give me a minute to add 11.
11. Okay. Hey, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. With an 11, y'all pass the DC of 35. So congratulations. The boat, you're impressed by all the different things, and for a second there, it's good that you cast guidance, Lucas, because you watch John's just struggling to use his body weight to make that turn happen and pop just right, and he's able to do it just right after you cast guidance. It just kind of lifts things up and lets it go, and the boat flies a little bit higher than expected over this coral reef, and you go 5, 10, 15 feet past it and slam back into the water. Below you, water splashes onto the deck. You guys are all covered in salt water, and that current picks you guys back up, and you're rushing a lot faster than you did before. You're looking on ahead, and this is your favorite part, John. At least I assume it's your favorite part. It's when everything goes dark. The coral reef grows up over like a tunnel over this river, and you watch as it banks down, and as you have to go through this tunnel to get to the other side. It is pitch black, and it's coral. But you do get to occasionally see this sparkle. of the coral reef around you as you're going through it. Brew, you're rolling that d20, buddy.
9.
9. Another patch comes loose. And your boat takes another point of damage. All right. We'll start with Crew. It is dark. You have Devil's Sight, so you can see just fine.
I do. So, Crew's going to run up to the front of the boat using his Devil's Sight and just make sure that there is anything that could be possibly in the way. He's going to try and blast out with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So, I would say survival on that.
I like it. And since you did get the 3 sisters to help out or come up last turn, you can add a +3 to your roll.
That's a good, because I rolled a 1. So 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Wait, or did you say 3?
Yeah, you can add 3 to
I
it.
say 8.
8, okay. Okay. Hopefully your teammates can help make that up. All right, John, what are you doing? It is dark. Crew's blasting things. It kind of brightens up occasionally, so you can kind of see as he's blasting these Eldritch Blasts from his fists, his ring, his mouth, his nose, his belly button.
The flashes of light have gotten kind of distracting, and normally this is done in almost complete darkness. And so John is actually going to close his eyes and picture the mental map that he has painted and count out in his mind, how many seconds it's been, and remember the path that he's poured over thousands of times, and go through his mind, left, hard right, left, right, and just the back and forth that he has to do to get through this narrow pathway. And so he's going to do history in an attempt to recall that map.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yikes. That is a 5.
Okay.
Come on, Lucas, you gotta get a 20 on this one, bud.
All right, Lucas. There's lights flashing around you. It's like a rave party inside a coral reef. The boat's just swerving left and right, and it looks like it's about to hit things several times. What are you gonna do to try to keep your party afloat here?
And just a question. I have mending as a cantrip, but can I use that on the ship?
Yeah.
So I guess seeing that we're in this situation, and I every time when a crew's blasts go off, I see that the ship is probably going to hit something. So I just lay my hands on the ship, and I am just constantly going to spam the mending spell into the ship in hopes that any little hit I can just instantly stop from leaks springing.
I like it.
Have mending, and Sean has been down in the bowels of the boat, slaving away, patching things up, when you could have just touched it. You better be glad it's dark in here.
Hey, John has no idea. His eyes are closed right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. You better be glad it's dark in here.
Oh, man. Lucas, I like this. I think you deserve... you can either tell me which one would you prefer. Would you rather the inspiration, or would you rather advantage on this roll?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, advantage, you're forced to roll both d20s at once. Inspiration, you can
I can
choose
keep
to use
it.
it.
Okay. I'll do a advantage.
Okay.
Can I do a wisdom for this since I'm using my spells?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any benefits in any of the wisdom items? Wisdom skills? Like any pluses, extra pluses?
Well, it's a +3 to my wisdom. It's not really an attack or anything, so I wouldn't use my attack modifier.
What's your
I don't know
arcana?
if you have an insight or arcana.
Oh yeah.
Those are more beneficial.
Arcana
I like-
is intelligence. It's +1.
Okay.
I was thinking wisdom, since that's my spellcasting thing.
I would even grant you religion if you needed to, since it is divine magic you're using.
Yeah, it's intelligence as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Do survival like I did.
Yeah, it's +3 still. I'll just take the wisdom.
Perfect.
Oh, I had a 10, and then my second roll was a natural 20.
Hey! Nice. Very cool. So nat 20. What? Just and it's +3, right? So that would have been 23.
23. Yeah.
So you're lucky it was a nat 20, and good things happen on nat 20. I'm gonna let you pass this DC. Just so you know, the DC was 40, and out of the math together, you guys got 36. So. But you made it through the dark tunnel. You open your eyes when you see that sunlight come in, Lucas or Jean, and you see Lucas is like panting and sweating, and Crew seems full of himself because he thought he blew something up cool.
Never a doubt in my mind. Good job, crew. We're halfway there.
Hi everybody, this is Meerkat, part of a Dicey Experience. How have you been enjoying the show? I really like seeing how everybody has grown, and I'm excited to see where the characters go next. I know Lucas is very excited for Dryland. I would like to take this time to thank you, the listeners, for your time. I know that choosing a podcast is something you don't do lightly, so I appreciate your time. I'll also take this time to thank our supporters, people that leave a review, people that leave a like, and a special thank you to Tabletop Audio, tabletopaudio.com, for providing the background music for some of our adventures. And thanks to Jason Sketch for DMing this wonderful campaign. And thanks to Stolen and Lazy Man and their characters. I think this campaign is going to be great. Let's get back to the adventure. We'll see if our ship makes it. Hopefully. Yeah.
Roll me your d20 to find out what's wrong with your boat.
Oh gosh, 3. Yes,
3?
3.
Okay. Well, that's a bummer.
Oh no.
Your rudder locks up for this next round, so it makes your DC go up by 3.
Are we aware that the rudder is locked up?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to turn the wheel at all.
Good that we just have to go straight for this next one.
Yep. The problem you're running into, though, it is a straight ahead, and you know that the speed does pick up a little bit faster than normal. However, you're looking ahead, and you do see another ship that did not navigate just so, and it is wrecked on the right side of the. On the left side, we're doing a lot of trying to go towards the left. On the left side of this reef passageway here. There's pirates on there, and they're flailing their arms, trying to get somebody to stop and help them. How do you get your boat to move out of the way so it doesn't slam into this other boat? Essentially, is your trial here.
Yes. I call down to. Give me 1 second. I've got to think about how to. Yes. Okay. I call out to Lucas and say, cut the ties for the sail on the. We're trying to go right. Is that correct?
Yeah, you got to veer right a little bit,
Yes.
so you don't slam into the boat that's on the left.
Lucas, cut the ties to the sail on the left side, and bring them over to the right, so that our sail is now not perpendicular with the ship, but parallel with the right edge. And hopefully we can catch the wind just right. My rudder is locked up. I can't steer us.
Okay, so you're gonna make a persuasion
Yeah.
check here. What do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All my dice have been horrible. I don't know which one to pick. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's a 19.
19 persuasion, perfect. All right, I'll give Lucas a +2 to his roll if he follows the command.
I'm taking cutting something off the left hand and then moving it to the right hand?
Yeah, so there's like 2 ropes that come down and kind of hold the sails that you use to raise and lower them on either side of the boat. And so I'm
Right.
asking you to cut the one that holds it on the left side so that you can then pull the sail over to the right side of the boat.
And then that'll have us going right.
Yeah, I'm hoping to use the wind as a rudder.
And the boat that we're trying to avoid is on the left.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I visibly sweating on the deck, I stand up and just kind of give a nod, and sweat kind of goes from my head and hits the floor, and I run over and I start cutting, and as I heft this stuff, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame as I'm running away in hopes that that'll push the boat somewhat. I don't know if that'll make any difference, but I'm going to do it as I'm running backwards to the other side.
Yeah. What are you casting again? I'm sorry.
Sacred Flame.
Jet power, go!
So you're basically, yeah, you're using your ship power. You cut the rope, and then you're gonna kind of blast the other ship to kind of force your ship to move back a little bit. Okay. All right. What roll are you making me here?
I already used the last one. I guess the flames do nothing because I used wisdom last time. So can I use my insight in how to best place the ropes that I've cut to get the most wind push?
I like that. Yeah.
Good, because that's a +6.
Just roll a 6.
12.
12. Okay. And you're adding 2.
14.
14. Okay. All right. If we done, Lucas is saving all y'all's butts. He's been making a lot of the high rolls
Yes.
tonight.
Much appreciated.
I appreciate it.
All right. Crew, what are you gonna do, man?
So, crew hearing Jean say that the rudder is stuck, we're not going to be able to turn, is going to panic, run to the helm, grab the wheel, and start pulling with all his might to get it unstuck.
Okay.
And that's going to be a strain.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. 20.
Natural 20?
No, 19 plus 1.
Ah, 20. Good. Okay.
And as an added
So-
bonus, he's going to moon all the other pirates that are on the crash ship.
Oh my gosh. Sure. Why not?
Well, his pants fell down as he was running.
Yeah,
Let's
these
go
are-
do that.
I'm
New
surprised
pants.
you're still
Yeah,
wearing
I'm still
them.
learning how to wear them. Not anymore. They're around his ankles. That's what it was. It wasn't strength. It was foolish. He tripped right when he got up there because his pants were around his ankle. Body weight just grabbed onto the helmet,
Yeah,
just
all-
yanked it back and
All
popped.
430 pounds of me yanked.
So, I mean, the DC was 37. Just with crew and Lucas alone, it's 34 plus 19 from John. I'm pretty sure you guys passed 37.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Well done.
basically really good pirates.
Yeah.
We've been doing this a while.
So, your boat manages to whip around just in time, right when crew pops that rudder back into place. Your Sacred Flame, it kind of goes out when he makes that hard just pull from that rudder there. John, you're kind of blown away that somebody touched your helm without permission.
I mean, he's the captain after all, so I guess he can touch whatever he wants. For now.
You guys are moving at a... That's fair. You guys are moving at a high speed. You whip around that boat, and suddenly in front of you, Lucas, a small portal opens up. You see a fairy spawns in front of you through this portal. He is wearing a brown button-up shirt. It's kind of tan. Some really short shorts that are tan, and a ball cap that is tan as well, with a big F on the top. And he looks like he has a letter in his hands, and he looks up and he goes, Lucas, Finn, and right when he says that, he slams right into your body and realizes that you guys are moving at fast enough speed that he kind of gets into a bit of a panic and just starts screaming bloody murder. All right. Y'all ready for your next trial?
Sure.
Why do people keep showing up unannounced on my ship?
Whose ship?
Our ship.
That's better.
Oh, man. This next one is just going to be, you guys have to weave in and out of some coral reef that's jutted up from the ground. You're going to have to weave in between these coral reef to make it through. Luckily, your rudder seems to be functioning now. But who rolled the last one?
Yes, I
John?
believe it's American.
Lucas. Yeah. But what tragedy do you have for us? Not your roll.
2.
2!
It's the tragedy that I offer.
It's because he's trying to show off with his extra high rolls compared to everybody else.
Nothing good has come of these rolls so far.
So you just cut that sail. And it worked out perfectly for what you need to do, but it whips away, whips off. It is no longer attached to your boat. There's still 2 other sails attached to your boat, but that sail, your main sail, is gone. And make your DC. Sorry. Okay. Lucas, what you gonna do, buddy?
So this ferry is flew towards me and is crashing into me, you said?
Like a small portal opened up. It's dressed up in you've been delivered packages before, and so this is like a ferry delivering packaging service that suddenly just spawned in front of you. And it looks like they spawned, and it's because you're moving so fast they didn't expect you to run into them when they spawned in. And so yeah, he slammed into your chest.
Okay, so this has happened to me before, so I'll know what's going on.
Yes, yeah, you're very aware that this is kind of like a ferry delivering service.
Okay.
I think I even gave you the name of that delivery service a while back.
Oh, okay. I see the portal open, and I recognize it from previous deliveries that I've had, so I know what's coming. So as it comes through the portal, I am already ready to catch the ferry as it comes towards me at speed. So I wrap my arms around it and then just kind of fumble together for a second as I put it in whatever package it's holding down on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, it's holding on tight to that package, and it's trying to grip to whatever it can on the ship. Just kind of that. What's happening? Why are we moving so fast? Ah!
Hold on, and I have a rope that I kind of wrap around him in the package and tie a little knot. Hold on for 1 second. Just hold on for 1 second. We're in the middle of something. You couldn't have come at the worst time.
Yep. You can tell his little heartbeat's beating. What do you do to help weave through the rocks?
Can I? I don't want to weave through the rocks.
Weave through the reef that's jutting up out of this little river here.
I run up to the very front of the ship, and I am going to give direction as I see the twists and turns coming up of which way to go, as I can see the reef coming towards the heel of the boat.
Okay. What do you use to call out?
Can I use survival?
Yeah.
15.
15. Alright. Crew. Been a ferryman that's been tied to the mast. Lucas has run past him and started screaming out directions. You have to weave through these craziness. What are you gonna do?
So listening to Lucas's orders of turn right, turn left, I'm going to look at the sisters. You three, follow my lead, and I'm going to start running back and forth from side to side, trying to just redistribute the weight so it'll make the left hand turn a little easier, right hand turn a little easier.
Okay.
I don't know.
They are relatively light, so we'll get a bonus from them on this.
Yeah, I don't know how much that's gonna
How
help. but-
heavy did you say you were? 400 pounds?
Yeah, I'm like 430
So
pounds.
you got 430
So-
pounds and 3 ounces.
Yes.
I mean, they're running with you, and it looks like they're having, well, two of them look like they're having, Sally and Sarah look like they're having a blast, but Lily definitely kind of still has that, like, they all run with you. And she really doesn't run, she just kind of walks with kind of like rolling her eyes the entire time.
That like fake jog.
Yeah, exactly.
So would you say it would be athletics, or would you say it would be persuasion?
You're going to try to persuade the boat?
No, as far as like persuading them to go with me.
Nah, athletics.
Okay.
They're all about, I mean, you know, you gotta remember they're kids at heart too, so, and they're from the Fae, so we're gonna run? Yeah, running sounds like fun. So,
So 14.
14. Okay. Nice. John, how you gonna mess this up, buddy?
John, how am I? What? Excuse me, sir. John is going to call out for Nameless and say, Nameless, I want you to fly in front of the ship, get straight with the ship, and look straight down that coral reef, and I want you to blast through it with your lightning. Do you understand?
Hit everything with
Clear
my
a
lightning?
straight path through these zigzags with your lightning.
Okay. I can do that. I'll give you a plus 2 for utilizing your the creature there. What are you gonna
Animal
roll?
handling?
Okay.
Sweet. Alright, 18.
18. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well done. Lucas, you're up there. You're yelling out. You're calling out these different things. Suddenly, the small creature that hatched from an egg not too long ago, that's been hanging out with John, runs up next to you, and everything you're calling out, you know, you're like, oh, there's one right ahead of us on starboard. Boosh, blows up from lightning. Cool. Okay, we're gonna look on the left here. Watch out. Boosh, blows up from lightning. So every time you call it out, he just blows up whatever you're calling out.
Awesome.
The boat's now kind of teetering back and forth because you got a turtle that's kind of running back and forth. Just kind of tilting the boat. It's kind of wobbling a little bit. Nameless, you kind of hear in your head, John's like, man, that looks like a lot of fun. Can I join him, Father?
Not until we are through this.
Okay. It's not fair. All right. Y'all ready for your last trial?
Yes.
Let's do this.
All right. Crew, I need you to roll me a d20, buddy.
4.
4?
Yikes.
Guys!
Why are all these so bad?
Your captain's head falls off.
Man, this is your cap. Yeah, the captain comes rolling out of the no.
He's come back to
That would
his
have been
physical
clever.
form.
I wish that would have been part of the chart. I should have added that on the chart. Have captain rolls out of his cabin and rolls onto the floor, and one of you has to spend your entire time trying to keep the captain from falling off the side of the ship.
Pretending to try and keep him from falling off the side of the ship. Oh no, he's so heavy. Guys, help. But
Help! I have.
but
fallen
take
and
your
I can't
time.
get
There's
up.
no rush.
You hear a crash from the kitchen. Looks like from the tilting that goes back and forth from crew, the fridge has busted the window open, and you see food flying out of the boat there. You guys are going to take, your boat takes another 2 points of damage from the broken window, but you've definitely lost a good portion of your food.
No.
The window.
I love how we have a fridge on this boat.
Yeah,
We're
right?
just not even questioning that kind of stuff anymore. We have already had toilets. Now we got a fridge. It is what it is.
You've had a fridge since day one, buddy. The icebox, I guess, is the right word.
Where are we getting the ice from?
John, you. cold on the sea at nighttime.
Not that cold, I'm hoping.
Are we sailing the Arctic? Because I was thinking more this was the Caribbean vibe.
A little bit. You're on the southern part of the ocean here. Not completely south, but I would say if you're looking at a normal human map, yeah, probably like South Caribbean, close to Panama.
So it's like 100 degrees every day.
Yeah, pretty much. Not quite the border, but not
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
Chile either. So, oh man. So you can see it up ahead of you, John. This is the last task, and it is the hardest to deal with. The current flows in, and other currents flow in as well. To get past this last part, you can see the beach ahead of you that you can kind of brush into, and then kind of sail on the island to wherever you want to park your boat. But there is a whirlpool that you have to navigate your boat around. But we'll get sucked in to said whirlpool. There is no if, and, or but around it.
There should hopefully be 3 boats going around it.
It's at least. Yeah. Sarah,
Yeah.
Sally, and Lily. Crew. My man. You see this whirlpool up ahead. You see there's another ship that was ahead of you guys that is sucked into this whirlpool. What are you going to do to keep yourself from being sucked into said whirlpool?
So, I'm assuming there's like paths on either side of the whirlpool going around, correct?
Essentially, yes. There's enough room for your boat could sail around it and not crash into the reef, but also not get sucked into this whirlpool.
So, crew is going to continuously blast gust into the sails to push us off to the left so that we're skating around the edges of it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good solid Arcana check.
Use charisma to cast.
Oh, use your charisma then. Yeah, use your charisma. My bad.
So 15.
15? Okay. Nice. You see crew is heavily blasting the sails and trying to push the boat towards the left. What do you do, John?
Knowing we have lost our main sail and we're basically relying on Bull's gusts to push us along as well as the current, I'm very concerned about getting sucked in or not having enough energy to actually take us all the way to the beach. So I'm going to do my best to read the current and make a nature check to try and stay in the current as long as possible to use the momentum and kind of slingshot us around this whirlpool to kind of use its energy to get us the rest of the way towards the beach.
Beautiful. What check do you think you need to make this
Nature.
happen? Okay. Make a nature check.
15.
Okay. Lucas.
Do we know if we've succeeded or the check or not?
You want to know if you've already passed or not?
If I know that we've passed, I'm just gonna do something else.
No, you have not passed yet. Remember, I said this is the most difficult
Okay.
one out of all.
All right. I'll tell you what I was gonna do after, but whirlpool. So I have a first level spell called Create Water.
Yeah.
I am going to use all 4 levels of my first level spell slots to create 40 gallons of water on both sides of the ship, so we go in the direction that John is pointing.
So you're kind of using it to blast towards
So
the direction he's
to
pointing.
stop the boat from going into the whirlpool.
Okay. I like it. What roll you want to make?
I was gonna say nature as well, since it's a whirlpool.
Yeah, I like that.
13.
13. Okay. The whirlpool begins to draw the boat closer and closer in. Been able to start staving it off as you watch crew push against the wind. Using gusts, just pushing, and slowly your boat off a little bit. John uses his nature skills to navigate just so. Lucas begins to push water just right, and we begin to be pointing and going in the right direction. Your boat does brush against the whirlpool a little bit, and it is going to take 10 points of damage, but you managed to get past the whirlpool overall. DC was 45, we had a 15, 15, and 13. 2 points away from being 45. Congratulations, you've made it past the whirlpool. You are now free to navigate the island wherever you want to. The beaches, as John described, are covered in tents and littered with people. It is, mid-morning, I think, when you guys arrive, or, around noon. And they are definitely passed out. A lot of them passed out drunk on the beach there. What do you guys do? Where do you guys go? Linguina itself can be sailed around within, 2 hours. And the town itself is kind of towards the center of this island that's full of, I forget to describe, but yes, palm trees and lots of sunshine, green grass. Though not well kept, but definitely you can see paths that lead to wherever this town may be.
Yeah, so once we get close enough to where we can weigh anchor and take a rowboat or something like that to shore, John instinctively calls out, stow the sails, drop the anchor. Let's take an assessment and see how the ship is holding up after that little navigation.
Crew is almost crying at this point. And walks over and drops the anchor.
Alright.
Lucas is lying on his back on the deck with his spread eagled and just screaming, I thought we were gonna die. Oh my god.
You act like this is your first time to Linguina.
Just give a death stare. I didn't sign up for this.
Fairy says, neither did I. He walks over, he pulls out a clipboard. Sign, please, to Lucas.
I just kind of haphazardly just scribble on the page.
Thank you. He drops the letter on your chest, and then you see him make a small portal. I am never doing this job ever again, as he says as he steps through the portal. He vanishes. Sorry, go ahead, John. What were you going to do?
What was that all about, Lucas?
You didn't tell us you were inviting friends over.
Delivery. They deliver stuff.
Who is
And
what is
I hold
stuff?
It's a rolled up parchment, you said? Is that what it is?
Well, it's a letter, so it's kind of in an envelope.
Okay.
It's addressed to you.
I
That is the the FedEx.
right.
That just
Yeah.
Fay Expedient Distribution X.
I am still on my back and I just hold up the letter and I kind of just wave it around. This.
Are
they
you
deliver
okay?
this.
Do we need John to read that for you?
John.
I don't think I should be reading his personal mail. That would be fairly inappropriate. What if it's from a lover? Or his mother?
I guess it could be, and I pocket it for later.
Sounds good.
Right. When we get into the city, it might be best not to mention your reaction to coming into Linguina, lest the men think you are not brave of heart.
I slowly get up and I start wiping the tears from my face.
Surely you don't think that was scarier than the sea serpent?
It seems like it was much worse.
I feel like we need more crew, so maybe we should find some.
I think that is a splendid idea.
So, are you staying with the boat, or are you coming with us?
I think I may venture into the city this evening. So if you would like to wait until night falls, we could go together then. Or if you would like to peruse the city by day, we can split up.
Well, I mean, by the looks of this beach, I'm assuming it's more lively at night.
More lively
So
and more
maybe-
drunken.
So maybe night would be easier. Plus, if you're worried about being seen by your aunt, or just the word getting out to your aunt to cover darkness may be a little easier.
Agreed, those were my thoughts exactly.
Is there a name we should call you? Some kind of code name?
You may call me...
Mr.
No.
Pig.
Wow. You may call me Jack. Jack Lily.
Does that get a reaction out of Lily?
Yeah, she does. She sparks up. Her eyes get real wide. She looks around, and she turns and glares at Jean and rubs her shoulder.
Would you like another hole in that shoulder?
She kind of huffs and walks into the kitchen. You can hear her slamming around while she's trying to get the fridge to move back and putting dishes away and such.
That's right, do your job. I swear those things are going to kill us in our sleep one day.
Both Sarah and Sally make sad faces, and they droop a little bit, and they'll launch her back into
Ah!
the hallway.
Did not see them there.
They're growing on me a little bit, but yeah. I still lock my door. So, I guess let's kind of just patch up the boat a little bit and wait till nightfall and head in, see what we can find.
Yes, I think that is a phenomenal plan, Captain. Shall we call you Captain Bull?
I think that works.
And Lucas, you have any pseudonyms you'd like to go by?
Chef.
You shall be the chef.
Oh, also, Jean, is there any particular race that is more common amongst pirates here in Linguina? Or is it very widespread?
It's quite widespread. There's no race more common than others. Most turn to pirating due to low wages, to escape the poverty of working within the confines of the law. And poverty is not exclusive to one race or one kind.
So a portal wouldn't stand out then.
I admit not many turtles take to the sea on pirate ships, just as not many Harengon do, but there is just as wide of a society. The same demographics you might find in the entire world can be found here. You'll see a turtle or two, but not terribly many. You'll find mostly humans and elves and a few dragonborns and the like. Any major city in the realm, you'll find the same demographics here.
Then it may not hurt to disguise myself as well, just to blend in a little bit more.
Yes, do you have fear of someone finding out you are here?
Not of anybody finding out I'm here, per se. Just fear of drawing too much attention until we're ready to draw said attention.
Why exactly did you stow away on our ship?
I told y'all I got thrown in by a band of hellions.
See, still vague. Alright, well let's hope these hellions don't have any reach out here.
Let's hope not. So, Crew's going to head into the kitchen and start helping get the fridge back in order.
And with that, we'll close out this session. A dicey experience, a tale of the fates. Thank you all for listening, and remember next time, Jean will be deadly serious next time.
Doubtful.
Peace. Can end the recording.
Oh yeah, hey, let's hit that button.